Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, after a long summer breakaway, PSGL is back. The F10 division it is tonight, and it is the first round of the season here at Bahrain. My name's Otaku Logan, and I am going to be your lead commentator tonight, and I am not alone. I am joined by a cat named Minty. Welcome to the booth, Cat.
Hello there everyone, this is going to be my first time commentating in PSGL and I'm very excited for this season. We are starting the season off in Bahrain and it's a great circuit to start it at.
Yes, indeed. A track that has been on the real Formula 1 calendar since 2004 and has held, I believe, 17 races on this layout. No, 16 actually, because of course we had 2010 on the endurance layout. A very technical layout, you must say, Cat, right?
Yeah, it really is, especially that turn 10 that everybody without ABS hates. And yeah, that will definitely be difficult, and that will run up into the end of Sector 2, and just the whole of Sector 2 even, is very difficult, and of course there's a DRS zone in there, so lots of overtaking, but a lot of tyre wear as well.
Yes, as we can see Steba going on his outlap through Sector 2 as you mentioned. Turn 8 is a tough one to brake at, and then of course you've got turn number 9 where you're pretty much going to brake. Well, you're not going to be doing that, of course, that's just the outlap preparing himself so that you can have a clean lap. 15 viewers already, welcome to the stream. Just remember to like the stream, subscribe for future updates. Sorry about that. Subscribe for future live streams. Of course, we've got all the action tonight. We've also got, I believe, F11 running at the same time tonight. 22 viewers now, as Steban's about to start his lap. 22 viewers, thank you for joining the stream. Remember, F11 is also on at the same time, and at 8 o'clock, yeah, that's in just under an hour's time, we have F9 action, so stick around for that.
F9 is going to be fun, but do stick around here because I can assure you this will be even more fun. And just for the driver lineups, I'm going to start off. It's going to be Stiggy and Hecht in the Mercedes.
And there is Stiggy, just about to start an outlap. Hecht still not come out of his shell. That's the pit.
And Siggy is on the medium compound of tyres and yeah, might be getting that banker lap time in.
Yeah, banker lap's always good to put in. I mean, it's just one session, you don't have to depend on everyone else not setting a good banker lap. It's just the one session, unlike in PCF1 where you have, I think you still have to do 3 sessions if you get there.
That must be a pain for the drivers, but just to recap on one rule, the teammates are not allowed to give each other slipstream in qualifying, so that everyone is on a level pegging.
Well, Steber won't have to worry about breaking that rule. He's all alone in the McLaren as he comes around the final 2 corners. Yes, that is 2 corners, 14 and 15, and sets the first lap of 125.513. We'll have to see if anyone goes to beat that, as we can see. Should be headshot crossing the line of a 126.119, just 6 tenths down.
And Jay Tyler behind him in the Alpine, he comes 3rd across the line, and though he is on the mediums.
Yes, the medium is just a banker lap, should be going down further once he gets on to the softs. As
he goes into 2nd, the reigning F12 champion. He had an amazing season last time out. 2 wins and 6 second places for him, and he also won the Constructors with Ferrari, so he's back at the team he won it with.
Apparently, I've just been told by Tom Robbo, F10 is doing better than a World Online Racing stream. I'm actually surprised. As we see the cars starting across the line, Liam O gills 2nd with a 125.8, 3 tenths down on the top time. As everyone that has set a lap is currently on a hot lap. Well, not anymore. Luke Flano has come across to start his lap. All the ones who have not set a lap, I should be saying, are either on the outlap or have pitted. Or in the pits.
Sonny is
F9.
also
Sorry.
on a lap, and so is Aero. They all started their lap. They're all in Sector 1 still.
Yes, you may notice if you were here last season, Aero and Gippo were a couple of the drivers that were in F10. What I was commentating as well last season. Of course, Gippo won the first race of the season here on the shorter version of the track. But of course could not follow it up, and in fact threw away the victory at Belgium. He thought it was the last lap and then did a celebration and then realised, oh, there's one lap to go, and missed out on points.
Well, that's some interesting trivia there, and that's something I just learned now. I did not watch the Belgium stream, and that must have been very unfortunate for him.
Just putting out the live chat. Welcome to the viewers. I can see if there's any questions. This is PlayStation. Is it PlayStation? I'm sure I put PS. Because of course there's no F10 on PC. It's just F5. I am on board with Twosome MM starting a lap. Meanwhile, Sonny has went 4th. In the McLaren. Oh, Aero! Showing his F10 form, he has taken the top time 1/10 ahead of Steba. As we go back to Twosome. The gruesome Twosome, as people are now going to start calling him, and I don't want you to do that. And he goes 5th.
So some good lap times at the start. Hecht is now on a flying lap. Jake Hartley, he's coming up the line. He comes across and goes 5th, 1 minute 25.853, and he is 4/10 behind Aero, who is on provisional pole position.
As we see hype of coming around the final corner, the Haas driver, and he obliterates the top time. He goes more than 4/10 up on Aero.
That's a blistering lap from VER hype, and I think this is going to be the only time you'll see a Haas up top.
Let's not go there, please. I know what you're going to say, don't say it. I'm talking to the chat, by the way, not you. As we see Hecht about to... I believe he did a flyer earlier. I think it... No, he didn't. He was in the pits. I'm thinking of the other Mercedes. F4 to F8, Raheem Grant is on Monday, so tomorrow. Sorry if I missed that question. Should be closing that so I get better connection. Reminder for those who are new to this league, the point system. If you get first place, you do not get 25 points, you get 16. Just 16 points. As Hecht goes 4th. In second, you'll get 12. Third place will get 10. Fourth place will get 8th. Fifth place will get 6th. And then 6th to 10th will get 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on a sliding scale. And if you should get the fastest lap of the race, you'll get 1 point. So you can potentially earn yourself 17 points during this race weekend. As we have a couple of yellow flags, I do assume that's because... Oh, and... well, Hecht disallowed himself. But yes, you get an extra point if you set the fastest lap, but only if you finish in the top 10. If you finish 11th, 12th, 13th, and you get the fastest lap, sorry, no point for you. So 17 points on offer for a driver, 29 points on offer for a team. And I do believe it has been done a lot before here in PSGL, ever since the fastest lap point came to play, I believe at the start of the F1 2019 cycle. I might be wrong. But
he's on a lap, and there was question marks about him even starting tonight due to a torn calf muscle.
Yikes!
But he's here tonight, and hopefully he does well. He's one of the last drivers to set a lap time, and he's going into this infamous turn 10.
Yeah, Sam T, of course, is one of our other commentators, so go on the commentators, and that's the only bias I'm having tonight. Just like BBC with the Tokyo Olympics, always cheering on the Brits, but of course that's alright to me. It's a British broadcaster. But anyways, hype. Steba's got close to that, as 1/10 down on hype.
It's looking quite close up at the top, and with 8 minutes still remaining in the session, I think pole position is up for grabs. But now Sam T, he comes across the finish line, DRS wide open, and is fourth position, 4.5 tenths behind Hype.
Yes, of course, Sam T, one of our Alpine drivers, a new team for this game cycle. Of course, it used to be Renault. Unfortunately, it's no longer, but it's gone back to its lovely blue colour it used to be when, I think, 2006, when Alonso won the title with Renault.
Yeah, 2005, 2006.
Oh, that was gorgeous.
Beat Ferrari. If Ferrari's winning streak from 2000 to 2004.
Both mics have a different issue. Is something wrong with the mics? Someone's saying in chat something's wrong with the mics. Can you please assure me what has happened? Heavy breathing. If it's coming from me, I do apologise. Anyway, Stiggy has went third. As we are looking, it's getting a bit packed out there. A lot of the drivers are out on a lap right now. Only 3 drivers of the 15 in the pits. As Speedari, who is a late entrant to this race, he just joined a few minutes ago, but he's here and he is in the league, so... Coming around the final corner, someone had a bad echo. It is not Barry Burmand, I'd just like to assure you. It's not the Mr. B. Hold on a minute.
We do have some reserve drivers tonight. Liam in the Alfa Romeo. He is replacing Joshua, I think that's how to pronounce it.
Mac, sorry, Kat, can you turn your... Can you turn your volume up? Is it too low for you, Mac? I do apologise. I think they can barely hear you. I think I shouldn't. I think it was too loud on my end. So you can turn it up, please. Thank you.
I hope this is better for... Is
this better for you? Is this better for you? Let's see. As we see Speed Ari, not the real Barry Burmand. I can tell you right now, it's definitely not Barry. If he was, he would be much quicker. Instead, he is bottom of those who have set a time. As you can see, Gippo are one of our F10 title contenders last season, and then we all know what happened in Belgium. I'm sorry to bring that up again. Comes around the final corner in the Mate Dark Blue Red Bull. Apparently Mate does help with the aerodynamics as he sets the fastest time by just over 2 tenths. He is on provisional pole with 4.5 minutes to go. Kat?
It's a very good lap time from him, and VAR Hype, he is on a lap and he is in sector 3. Going up to the last 2 corners, what will he be able to do? And coming up to the finish line, DRS wide open. It is going to be a 1 minute.
He takes the fastest time.
7-1, 1.5 tenths quicker than Gippo, and he is on provisional pole position.
Oh, it's going to be tough for anyone else to reply to that. Sorry, I was checking something on the Discord as Giorgio comes to the line with a time good enough for 9th, 1:25.575. I can't tell what time is left because the yellow flag signal is in the way. Can Codemasters please fix this? I think it's because so many drivers are going too slow. Geppo, well, he's not setting a new lap. I think they're all coming in. Yeah, they're all coming in for one more lap. So this gives us time to reflect on what has happened in the past 15 minutes. These times seem way too quick for F10. Well, these drivers have got faster and faster through the summer break, especially even on the old game, or they've been practicing since, during the month before when this game was released. They've been practicing during the month between the release and the first race. The launch and the first race. Did I say release or race? I do apologise.
No, a lot of people are in the pits, and a lot of people will be going onto their out laps. I know Georgie and I think Hype, they were under in laps, so yeah, most people are in the pits, getting onto the last set of softs that they have, and then going on for the last flying lap of the session.
Zexer, it may be because assists are allowed in this one. On Monday's league, they are not allowed to use assists other than line. So ABS is allowed in this, traction control is allowed in this, gears are not though, I believe. I think I might be wrong.
Yeah, so I think that would be made for me 100% because I do run a racing line, and I do run ABS from time to time. Depends on the day. But yeah, a lot of people on their out laps, a lot of them in Sector 3 now, so they'll be starting their last laps, and with 1 minute 30 on the clock, they all have to make sure to get across the finish line to start their lap, unlike Sergio Perez at the Hungaroring.
Oh no. Hype he says he's done enough. He is not going to go on another lap. He has retired from the session as Sonny goes a big bump into turn number 1, a very tricky part to get right and master, and he's actually invalidated, so that's all she wrote for Sonny. 125.282, his best. Will it stay up in 5th? We'll have to find out.
He might drop a few places as people are improving. He is 6/10 off of pole position. I think that pole position is still up for grabs for
absolutely.
a lot of these drivers.
And Sonny has retired from the he's retired from the session.
From Sonny, that's why. So from my end, I think he hit the barrier a little bit too hard.
Headshot coming across the line and goes 8th, 125.383. I do believe he can fit in another lap. I don't believe the time has run out yet because we can't see the time due to their being blocked by the yellow flag signal. As 10 seconds left. So everyone just crossing the line now. Giorgio, he is not going to cross the line in time. Well back. So he won't get another lap in. Liam coming across the line now. Goes 5th. Good drive from the reserve there. Who's next to cross the line? It should be
Sambo. He invalidated, so his teammate behind Jay Tyler, he's still on the flying lap. He hasn't invalidated. There is wide open across the finish line. It's going to be P5. And it's a decent lap time from the Alpine.
1,000th above Liam O, the reserve, and Stebbers went 3rd with a 124.885. Who's crossing the now? It should be Hecht, and he goes 11th, so he will have to start. He gets a free choice of tyres, to be fair, so not all bad.
And now Maciek behind the reigning F12 champion. He goes up to 14th, just ahead of his teammate. Let's see who else is there to cross the finish line. Siggy up into 7th position.
Aero coming across the line now. Will he get pole? No, he won't. Get pole. Will he get pole? He has got faster in Sector 2. Will he be fastest overall? No, he won't. He is 300ths down. And I do believe... Yep, that is pole position for Hype. He didn't want to do a final lap, but guess what? It paid off. He has got pole position on this opening race of the F10 season.
Yeah, it's a great start for Hype. And Jipo, not too sure how to pronounce that. He must be a little bit mad to lost out by less than half a tenth on that pole position. So, but he'll have a good run into turn 1. He will have the inside line, but he won't have the grippiest of lines as he is on the outside.
Yeah, of course, the dirty side would be the inside. Of course, the clean side, the racing line, is what the outside is, of course. But yeah, height on pole, Gippo in second. They make up the front row. Boy, that was some session to open the season, eh?
It was really good seeing all the cars at the end, especially. I have missed that feeling a lot.
I'm just gonna check 1 minute. There's your starting grid, by the way. Just 1 second. I think I need to check the mic quality.
So yeah, it is VR hype on pole position, Gippo in second, Saba in third, and it's a 1-3 for the two Finnish drivers in this tier. So it's a good day for any Finnish viewers that we have here.
Alright, I think it was me. Sorry about that. I've put my mic further away from me now, so hopefully this is better. Sorry about that, everyone. It is the first race this season, though. It's just a learning process. As we all know, you're going to have that first race problems. But as you progress, you're going to get better. As you can see, we have 40 viewers. Welcome all. Don't forget to, as we say again, like this video, subscribe to the official PSGL channel. By the way, speaking of subscribers, we just reached 5,000 subscribers. And I think we only had like 3,000 before the PlayStation F1 race. PC, sorry. Oh, it's 35 now.
Yeah, a lot of growth at the PSGL channel, and yeah, with 5 seconds before the start, and we're going to move on to the formation lap.
Let's just hope and pray that we don't have any problems with the game.
Yeah, so just the strategy for tonight's race, according to AWS, is a 2-stop, but from my insights it's going to be a 1-stop. A 1-stop is possible, but you're going to reach that 70% tyre wear mark. It will be a soft on lap 10 and the hard tyres on lap 19, so maybe some drivers at the back of the grid, maybe a medium hards will be possible for them if they don't want to risk it too much. But if someone is good on tyre wear in the top 10, they could definitely go for that 1-stop.
Can I be honest? I am loving your insight. Way better than mine. As you can see, the top 10 on soft, that is mandatory. They must start in the tyre. They set the fastest lap in qualifying. As you see, the predicted pit stop strategy is looking like a 2-stop. Soft, medium, soft, medium, and soft, medium, medium. And I believe it should be medium hard. So it's going to be a mix of strategies. You can see 6 drivers on the medium, 1 driver on the hard, and just 1 driver in the bottom 8. The Speed Ari is starting on the softs. Interesting strategy. Of course, they are fresh softs. Top 10 are used. So they will actually have the disadvantage. Sorry.
Yeah, he could get a blistering start. He would drop off at the end of his first stint. But as I said, he could go for that 1-stop strategy if he really wanted to. If he doesn't wear out the tyres too quickly when trying to get past Sam, TJ, Carty and Hecht, who are on the mediums. And now VR hype, we see him starting to line up at the front of the grid.
Yeah, so I'll come into the front of the grid, and 2 drivers have had a collision. Of course, that sends you back to the grid and gives you apparently a bit of a disadvantage with the tyre temperatures. That's not very good. Coming to the line though, so ladies and gentlemen, sit back, get a drink, and enjoy this first race of the PSGL F10 season. Well, the 29th overall. Just waiting for the final 3 cars to join. Eyes on the lights, eyes on the prize. The new season of PSGL is go! A great start from Hype, he's got off the line very well. Steber has also got a great start. Gippo has fallen down to third already. They come into the first corner. Is there going to be any carnage? Oh, the tight fit through there. But it looks like they've all got through okay. Some people have dropped back, some people have gained places. As you can see, Liam is up to 6 right now and is in a battle with Stiggy. They come towards turn number 4 now.
Yeah, Siggy and Luke are going side by side here.
Oh,
through turn 4.
Stiggy!
Siggy with a big
they've
moment.
lost Sonny. It's Hecht. Hecht is out of the race. He had a spin, and that's the end of his race already. We only got through 4 turns, and we've already got carnage. But it's Hype still leading. Go on.
Both Mercedes looking shaky at the start, looking shaky at turn 4, but it is Hype who is leading nearly 1 second ahead of Seba, and Seba will have to be defending from Gippo, but behind there's a lot of close fighting. We see Twosome eyeing up a move on Sonny. Will he go for it? He does not.
So the top 3, no safety car by the way. Apparently there's not need for it, but as you can see, Hype still leading by over a second already. He is showing his firm, very great pace through this first lap, but of course that's just one of the 29 laps we're doing here tonight.
As Twosome is going side by side with Sonny on the last corner, and Sonny's run will be hindered. He goes into the pits. And that's going to be our first stopper here tonight, and I think it's going to be for a front wing change.
Yes, he must have got damage in the melee off the first lap. Of course, that's the last thing you want. And the first lap, it will hinder you. Just ignore that, please, at the top corner. It is not lap free, and please ignore the leaderboard. It does that sometimes. But it will be fixed in due course, so please do not worry.
But great start from Hype, I must say. I was not expecting him to get a 1.6 second lead already on lap 2.
Yes, Sonny is not in the lead, he's well back, he's pitted. But yeah, 1.7 the gap is now. The gap should not be 1 lap between Tyler and Aero. That's obviously a bug which needs to be fixed, but that's why patches exist for this game, as the Haas driver, the only Haas driver tonight, comes through the final corner, before the final corners I should say. Of course, there's a long straight which for some reason is not a DRS straight. I think there's already 3 already.
As there's a big fight going on for 7th position. Siggy just got ahead of Luke just before sector 3, and now he will be looking for a move on the Mercedes driver, but right behind him is his teammate in the Williams headshot, so it could be a double overtake if they get lucky. He's using all the overtake mode he has. He's going for the outside line, the racing line. They make a little bit of contact, I think. And now Stiggy and Luke still going side by side.
Oh no!
That's Luke into the wall. And it's very bad news for the Williams driver. I think that's front wing damage for him.
And that sends him down to 15th, just behind Mashek and Speedari coming through. I'm sure he's got damage. I can't see what damage he's got. It's not changing me. Oh, he's lost his entire front wing. And that will be an immediate pit stop for him. Lafferty, DRS enabled, of course. And it looks like Sam T, our local commentator here at PSGL, will have a chance to use it here after turn 8 on Giorgio. Headshots also going for Stiggy. He's got the DRS flap open at the back there on the rear wing, but does not able to make a pass. So Cat.
Headshot. He is looking for a move on Siggy, his teammate Luke. I mean, it was working for a few seconds, but then he lost it. So he's gonna go for a move on the Mercedes instead, and he might be able to do it. Up ahead, we see Liam, the reserve driver, looking for a move on Tyler pretty soon. He's gonna have DRS. Tyler does not have DRS, and Tyler already really low on his ERS, 4%. Liam around the outside. And will it be a clean move? Yes, it is.
Easy.
Tyler does not fight it at all. And Headshot gets past Tiggy as well. Sam T and Georgie. Georgie looking for the switchback maneuver on the Alpine driver. He's going to have to run for the second DRS straight. Sam really defending his line, and he's going to be on the outside now. Georgie overshoots a little. They're still going side by side. This is a great battle between the Alpine and the Aston Martin. But it is Georgie up ahead. That's some racing we wish we saw at Hungary.
Yes, as you can see, Giorgio up to 9th right now. Stiggy still in a battle of headshots as they come around turn 8 before the DRS zone, and Sonny has lost it in turn number 3 again. We can't cut to that, of course, because there's this battle here. Here comes Stiggy. And Sam T right on the back.
Very close. I must say, it's some very close racing here tonight. I thought a lot of these drivers would be stuck in a DRS train, but that is not the case. Maciek is also getting attacked on by Neon, but all eyes are up ahead for the points paying positions. And let's see what Stiggy does. He shows himself in the mirrors of the Williams. He nearly gets a little bit too happy on the throttle there, but now he has the ERS wide open. Will he be using ERS? No, he is not, but he still gets an easy overtake on the Williams driver. The Williams driver is fighting back though. Will he be able to stick it down the inside? He tries to, but Siggy denies it. He will have the ERS on this straight though. Siggy is defending the inside line. He's going to go round the outside for turn 4. Still side by side, both of them braking as late as they dare. And I think that's going to be an easy overtake for a headshot. Yes, it is. Sticky has to slot in behind as Sam T gets past Giorgio.
There's a great battle here going behind him as well. Sam T leading a train of 4 cars of Giorgio, Tusum and G. Carty also involved. And there's an inside sector 2! Maciek is out! Maciek is out, and I can't see it because, of course, it doesn't let you see it, but that is the end of Maciek's race. I do apologise for cutting away from there,
I think he lost it on the curb. It looks like the spot that I always flash back at in career mode. So I think he just lost it on the curb, and yeah, some of these curbs are really unforgivable. A little bit like on F1 Championship Edition.
Yeah, I remember that game. But Stiggy now still ahead of Headshot Lessie. Coming around the final 2 corners, the gap is 3 tenths. Headshot will get the DRS here, as Liam is pit already. He's going to do the undercut, but here comes Headshot. It's an easy move for him as he goes up into 6th position. Cat?
Yeah, it's a lovely overtake for Headshot. I think it's going to be a race-long battle here. Sam T and Giorgio also battling here. The AlphaTauri can't get close enough, but Giorgio can. Sam T trying to make his car as wide as possible. Giorgio faking it. He wanted to go down the inside. He goes round the outside. Sam T giving him as little space as possible, going side by side into the S's. This is not the best space to do it. And that's Giorgio spinning after contact with Sam T. I knew it was not going to end well. And Giorgio's rear tires will now be overheating like crazy. And now that's both Aston Martins in some kind of collision today.
Yeah, it's not been a good day for the Aston Martins. It will be disappointing James Bond more than anyone. Sorry, I had to. Tusum is in a battle with Sam T right now after Giorgio lost it at turn, I think it was turn number 6. Or it was turn number 6 or... yeah, turn number 6. Right behind Sam T. Now, he won't get DRS here. It will be the next one. And
flags, yeah, that is for Giorgio. His tires are probably on way too much heat, but now Tusum, he'll be going for a move on Sam T. And that is an easy overtake for the AlphaTauri driver. Sam T tries to slot in into the slipstream, but now Stiggy and Jay Tyler, they're going side by side. Sorry,
actually,
not Jay
Stiggy
Tyler,
and Headshot.
They're going side by side, and let's see, it's basically like watching the same battle over and over again. And Headshot gets ahead. I wouldn't be surprised if Siggy gets ahead in the next lap.
Oh, and Speedari has lost it at turn 3. Just sorry to cut away from there, but Speedari has spun off, and the McLaren driver is not having a good start this season.
Yeah, Sam T already losing a little bit of time to Tusum, showing Tusum space on his medium compound of tire, and he could even try challenge Siggy and Headshot for that 6th position. And now that the pit window is probably open for a lot of these drivers, just going to inform you the pit loss time here is 22.5 seconds. So that's going to be on average what the drivers will lose if they go into the pits. And yeah, the undercut is really helpful at this track, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these drivers go for it.
Yeah, especially with all the different strategies clashing together tonight. You've got a lot of them here tonight. Some people are going to do medium hard, soft medium, medium, maybe soft medium, hard medium, maybe if you can try hard soft. And actually here comes Headshot into the pits alongside Stiggy, not Stiggy, J Tyler. They're going to come in for tyres.
Really messing me up, because I thought that was a double stack for a second. Then I realised that the shades are way too close. But now Sam, he goes ahead of Twosome into turn 1. I think they made a little bit of contact, but Twosome picking up 0 damage. But now he has a run on Sam T. Spidari with a 5-second time penalty, but this battle is absolutely amazing. Sam T with the switchback maneuver. Will he go side by side into the S's? No, he isn't. He learned it from the battle he had with Giorgio to not go side by side into the S's, and this has let Jay Carty to catch up right to the back of Sam T, and he might even be able to push for that 6th position quite soon.
Brilliant midfield fighting here, and we're only 8 laps in. This could go on the whole night. But of course, there are 22 laps, meaning including this one. Well, you could say 21 and a half. But as you can see now, Sam T coming in he just can't get past Twosome, can he?
It does not look like he can, but I mean, Twosome is using all of his ERS. He's on 21% ERS compared to Sam T's and Jake Harty's 70%. So he is really at a disadvantage, especially with the 2 behind him having DRS on him. And Sam T, he shows himself in the mirror, tries to make to pressure a mistake out of Twosome. And will any of them go into the pits?
Nope.
No, they don't, as they're all medium runners. That was my mistake. And Sam T, will he be able to go for the move? Yes. No, he isn't. He's gonna wait. He lifted off there, I saw.
Good move.
Bit of a dangerous move from him. It was a little bit risky, because if he didn't get that time correctly, it could have ended up in the back of the AlphaTauri. But now he's going for a move into turn 4. Twosome locks up a little. Sam T can't make the move, and from what seemed like a very smart move from the British driver, turns out he could even lose a position to the Ferrari driver behind him.
Yeah, and he's still in 5th right now. Well, of course, because they haven't pitted yet. The top 3 have yet to pit. We haven't talked much about the top 3, apart from the start. Steber is chasing down Gipple. They're 3 tenths of the gap right now as they come through that tricky turn 12 and turn 13 complex. And then down the back straight, well, not the back straight, down the penultimate straight of the lap before the final few corners. And Jake Harty, what has happened to Sam? Sam has lost it at turn 13. Now that's
I think he might have took a little bit too much of that inside curve, and maybe he's spun it there. And he's into the pits VR hype, so he's going to try to get an undercut. He's going under the hard compound of tires. A very weird compound in my opinion. It is 1.6 seconds slower than the softs. As Sam T gets a 5-second penalty for speeding.
He's given up, he's retired.
And he has retired, so Sam T calls it a day right here.
That's a shame. Our commentator tonight is out. And just to mention, while he was in Hype was in the pits, Steva has overtaken Gippo for 1st place. Now these 2 have yet to pit, but it is coming round to that time where you're thinking, is it time to pit? We are losing time by the second. Of course, when these tyres wear out, it is going to cost you time. 22 seconds lost in the pit. It's a long time for this race.
Yeah, it really is. And yeah, going back to Hype's the hard compound of tire situation, while it is a durable tire, I must say there is literally no grip on it. So VR Hype, he will have to be doing some very good work on these tires to not to make them last, but to get the pace out of them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a... Oh, they're coming into the pits. The leaders are coming into the pits. Now, will they do what Hype did and go on the hard, or will they play it safe and do the two-stop? We'll have to find out as they come into the pits. They both come in right next to each other, and it looks like it is going to be the mediums for Gippo, but the hards for Steba. The hards for Steba. That is very interesting.
That's very interesting. Gippo, he was actually looking worse on the softs, in my opinion, as Seba was able to overtake him. At the end, we see here VAR Hype, he gets ahead of them, and he regains that P1 of his. Gippo, well, he might be faster on the mediums, it's a VSC, but he will be faster on the mediums. I don't think he'd be able to manage the tyres as well as the other two could.
Yeah, three drivers yet to pit. Twosome, J. Carty, and Neon. They are your leaders right now. It's going to be a clash of strategies going into this final closing stage to the race, and something has happened there. Is it a safety car? Because I don't see something. It's a virtual safety car. It's not showing up on my screen. It's just showing a yellow flag, and that I was wondering why. Oh, and it's ended, and we have a driver receiving a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Speed Ari exceeded the delta and will get a drive-through penalty. So that is catastrophic for his already ruined race. I'm sorry to say that, but it's just adding more to problems to him.
Yes, Vidari now, he's getting blue flagged, I mean, from what's gone from bad to worse in my opinion for him. I don't think he'll be coming back anytime soon today, but now Twosome, will he go into the pits? No, he fakes going into the pits, and now Jay Carty, he's looking to get that P1. Of course, it won't be P1 after they pit in, but they can still say they led a race this season, or even this race.
Just noticed, by the way, I think we're on 50 viewers, and there's nothing happening in chat. Where are you guys? Come on! Show some excitement, show some hype! But anyway, speaking of hype, he is in 4th place now and chasing down the medium runners now. Because he's on the hards, his tyres are going to wear it less than mediums, but he's not going to have much grip, so his lap times are going to be a little higher than the medium runners, but they could level out once the mediums start to degrade.
As yellow flag, that's for Spidari, I think, but VR Hype, he's keeping that 1 second
oh,
gap
there's a car
to
up! As Twosome is going for a move on J. Carty, or sorry, J. Carty was going for a move on Twosome and takes the provisional lead of the race. Thank you for the hype, Marceline.
So let's see what Twosome can do. Will he fight back? Will they pit in? I'm not too sure what they'll do now. Yeah, Twosome now using his overtake mode, and that's Seba spinning it just like Sam T did, and he's all the way down to P10. Is behind Sticky now. That's very unfortunate for him, but back to the top. Twosome's going for a move on Jay Carty, the two medium runners battling it out for P1. Twosome back up ahead. Neon 4 second gap between him and Jay Carty. Jay Carty, he'll try to go for a move back on him. I don't think it'll be possible into here. No, it isn't, as Aero gets past Rez Liam for that 6th position.
Sorry, I had to cut away to show Aero going for the move on Liam. He is now up to 6, as we just mentioned, but these two jostling it out before they pit, and you know what, they might be, could they possibly go onto the, no, of course they've got, I can't go on mediums obviously, that is against the rules. They could be going soft, or maybe the hard.
They definitely could go on the hards. I doubt they'll make it to the softs, if I'm being honest, but... No,
I said soft twice. They pit soft, and then they pit again for soft later.
I was just thinking of that one-stop soft. I mean, they could try to. I doubt it will work. And now Liam, he's looking very close back of Aero F1, and he could go for a move this lap. Aero with not the best line through nearly the penultimate corner, turn 13.
Oh, they're coming
that
in!
is Tusum into pits.
Tusum is in, Carty stayed out.
And it's push for Jay Carty, I imagine now. I think he'll be going in for a brand new set of hards, and he'll try to override the undercut and try to get the overcut to work.
Steber trying to gain those positions he lost after that spin at turn, I think it was turn 12 or 13. It was somewhere, and then he's made a mistake at turn 1. That only adds further to his problems.
That's VAR hype. He's now all over the back of IRL Neon, and Neon's making his car as wide as possible, parking up on the apex. And will I be able to get past him? I mean, it is some team play right here, because don't forget, Gippo is right behind the VER hype, and this is very tactical from them too. He's giving him as little space as possible. This allows Gippo to get within 1 second of the pair. And now Hype has got in front. I imagine Neon will leave the position to Gippo for that third place. And yeah, Gippo will be on the hunt for Hype now. Yes, we see here Neon leaving him that third position. And yeah, he is now within 1 second. So that, let alone just caught him up by 1.5 seconds, I think.
Hype up into second now, getting chased by the two Red Bulls. Geppo's going for a move! And takes it! Back up to second place! Great gameplay by the Red Bulls. And now they are looking at, well, they have to chase down, they don't really have to chase down Carty. He has yet to pit, of course, and you got to pit in this game. Is he trying to extend it as long as he can? Surely they're going to crack soon.
I don't know, according to my data, 14 laps is what the mediums can last till puncture territory.
Oh,
and I think that's around 75 or 70%. But I imagine these league racers can do a way better job than I can do in that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe even 16, 17 on these mediums. But yeah, it all depends on Jay Carty and his driving style.
Yes, absolutely. The gap is 3.8 seconds between him and Gippo. With Hype just trying to get that position back. Hype, of course, getting pole. This is a crucial battle. Remember, Hype on the hards. He has less grip and at a disadvantage to Gippo. But remember, his tyres don't degrade as much. Jay Carty is yet to pit. He's went half the race with these tyres. Just to let you know, in 5 minutes, by the way, F9 action. Don't just turn off for this, though. Put it on another tab. And watch them both at the same time. Genius!
Yeah, that sounds like a very good deal. I would do that, but I am commentating right now, and there's more yellow flags. I think that's first Teba, or is it first Pidari, who is retiring?
He retired on the
track.
Yeah, he retired on the track. I do believe that is against the rules. He may be penalised for that. He stopped just before the pit lane, a la Kevin Magnussen in last year's Italian Grand Prix, which would close the pit, but of course this is a video game, you wouldn't do that. It'd be ghosted. The gap now is 2.3 seconds, and it really is showing that Carty's old mediums are not worth it anyway. He's got a pit now, right?
I mean, he might do, but the whole strategy is go along and then try to gain the positions on the midfield. So is Neon. He's doing the exact same thing. And who is that?
Sonny.
Giorgio.
No, it's not Sonny, it's Giorgio.
Same thing as Maciek, but he got away with it. Luckily, is there any front wing damage on his car? I don't think there is, but the rears will definitely be screaming in agony right now.
Carty is still on those tyres as Steber is chasing down Tyler and Stiggy. Is Carty trying to do medium softs? It looks like a big ask, but you never know. As Steber trying to claw those positions back, he lost from that incident. Here he goes on the inside. Into the first corner, they bang wheels going into the first corner, but it looks like he's pulled it off, and now he's going after Stiggy for 7th.
Yeah, it's going to be very important for Seba to come back. He is on the hard compound of tires. He is on fresher hard tires than Siggy, Jay Tyler, or Arrow, who's also up ahead. Arrow is battling Neon now for 5th position. Neon is on old mediums. I wouldn't be surprised if he just doesn't give a fight to the sister team. But now up ahead, Jay Carty, he's using overtake mode, and he's trying to make it as hard as he possibly can for the Red Bull to get past him. Arrow gets ahead of the other Red Bull quite easily though.
Meanwhile, Gippo up at 2nd place has closed the gap down to 4 attempts. Surely he's going to get past him now. Look at the grip comparison. He's got a much better getaway from turn 14 than Carty has, and Carty must be scratching his head thinking, oh, do we give this up now?
Is he? No, he isn't, and he's just going to let him get the position. I mean, he's still in 2nd, and I think he'll have the tyre advantage on a lot of drivers next, and that is Liam into the pits. But VR Hype, look at the gap between him and Gippo. It's nearly 3 seconds now. He really lost his time. The hards and the difference between the hards and the mediums really showing now.
Yeah, Stabber's got up to 6th, by the way. He's just past Stiggy at turn 1. I would say 7th, but of course Liam has pit during the 2-stop. Stabber trying to defend a potential move from Stiggy, and does so successfully. The gap now extends to 1 second up front. Carty relenting pitting. He doesn't want to pit yet, and we've got a car off there, I do believe. It's Headshot. Headshot in the Williams. Turn 3 claims another victim.
Williams and Aston Martin not having the best of races. Both drivers out the points for them, and those are the only 4 cars that are out the points. Everyone else in the top 10, but now Siggy, he's at the back of Seba. Will he be able to overtake him, or will Seba just run away with it? I mean, Seba does look like he has the pace advantage over the Mercedes driver, but the question is, will he be able to pull away?
Carty is still going on these tyres. They're 18 laps old. I know what he's going to do. He's going to go on the fresh softs, and it's going to be... He's going to, with all the other drivers except Giorgio on the mediums or hards, he's going to have much more grip than everyone else, but his tyres will degrade faster. So, will it level out when he pits?
I'm not sure. I don't think it's the best of strategies for him, because the midfield is a little bit spread out now. It's not as spread out as if we were doing an 100% race, but I think he slot into that 9th or 10th position, and he would have to A, gain back all these positions, and B, he could get the fastest lap, so that would be an extra point for him.
Yes, of course, Stiggy, I do believe, was an season 27 F10. He's back here now. I do not believe he was in 28. I can't remember. No, he was not. So, he took a year off from F10. If he wasn't in the league, he probably wouldn't be on hiatus.
He was in F11.
Oh, he was in F11, thank you. I thought he took a year break.
Position. Just some stats on him: 1 win, 1 second place, and 1 third place for him in F11.
It's not bad, but this is a new season. We all start on a clean slate as Stabber is closing up to Neon.
As Jake Harty pits in finally, I think he'll go onto those soft tyres. Neon, he has seen the calling, he has seen the Ferrari up ahead going onto the softs, so that means he's going onto the softs, and now it's going to be an all-out battle for that 1 point, and potentially a battle between the two of them for some crucial points that will probably matter at the end of the season.
Exactly, and Stiggy trying to get that 4th place back. Well, I should say 4th place, but I actually forgot that Neon was also on the same strategy as Carty. So, yeah, I do apologise for forgetting about Neon, but as you can see, Stiggy's still on the rear of Stabber. Of course, a crucial battle here the jump, 2-point jump, but if someone at the top 3 makes a mistake, then it could be a 5-point jump, considering you get 15 for 3rd, 12 for 4th, and 10 for 5th. No, sorry, that's real F1, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that this is... And oh, Gippo's got a penalty! But he is 3 seconds ahead, so... And he's on the mediums, so... Will it matter?
I must say, I completely forgot about the penalty system in this game on strict, but he is on the mediums, yes he is, but I have a feeling those will die off at the end of the stint, and Hype could be able to catch up a little on those dying mediums, and there could be a very close battle, well, not really battle, but try to close in on that 3 seconds. Second Red Bull now gets it, but Stiggy goes for a move on Seba, and it's an easy move for the Mercedes driver. And now the McLaren, the orange outfit, they'll be trying to get that 4th position back.
Now I'll try this again. 8 points for 4th, 6 points for 5th. It's a 2-point jump. It could make all the difference at the end of the season. That's what it should be. It should be 10 for 3rd, by the way. But yeah, 2-point jumps in between 2nd and 5th. So it's a lot to play for here. As Steba is trying to claw his way back up. He is on younger, fresher hards, so he does have a bit of an advantage over Stiggy. A lot of people, in the chat, are cheering on Sonny, although he's well down in 13th. But you never know, he could get points. It has been done from there before.
I mean, it's looking very unlikely for, according to many in the chat, the GOAT. And I mean, he's not looking like the GOAT right now in 13th place. But he has had a rough Grand Prix so far, and he could bounce back later in the season, who knows?
Battle for the last points position happening right now between Twosome and Headshot. 1 point up for grabs, should they get it. But now the battle for 8 points still going on between Steba. He can't get past Stiggy on the main straight, but he could here after turn number 3. He will have the DRS. He is going onto the outside. Will it pay off? No, it won't. Stiggy defends his 4th position. Oh no, he hasn't. He's made a mistake.
Maneuver, and it's an amazing overtake from Seba, and Stiggy has been caught off guard there, caught sleeping, and he's down to 5th position, and I mean, I think he will be able to regain that, and behind them, Jay Tyler, he gets a 3-second time penalty, so that means now 3 drivers with time penalties, and Seba is pulling away a little, but that overtake mode and that slipstream is really helping out the Mercedes driver.
I do apologise for the confusion. He did not make a mistake, Stiggy. It was actually Steba who got the switchback move, so I do want to clarify that just in case you were a little confused hearing us both react at the same time. That is going to happen, to be honest, with all this action happening. Gippo starts the 23rd lap of the race as he's coming to lap Luke Flannel. Actually, is it Luke Flannel?
As Luke Flannel gets a 3-second time penalty, I'm not too sure if it is.
Well,
yes,
either way.
But he did get a 3-second time penalty. Jay Tyler in the pits. Stiggy looking very close to the back of Seba. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to go for a move into turn 4, but I think he's a little bit too far to make that overtake a reality, and he might have to sit back for another lap looking at that blue and papaya car.
Yes, this being a great battle between these two rivals. They have been giving it their all throughout this race, and I've just got a new follower, so if you're wondering why you saw the black box there, that was why. But Stiggy, 6/10 now the gap. Are those tyres starting to degrade faster? As the two Aston Martin, actually Sonny's pit again, and is now, should be in further down the order now. Well, he was already down
to take away the fastest lap from the top 10. I mean, that might be a little bit strategic. I mean, no, Giorgio has it right now. I'm surprised someone like
Oh, he
Jay
does.
Carty or Neon don't have it yet. Tusum and Jay Tyler could also go for it, as they are all on fresh softs.
Yeah, I'm starting to see all the drivers going soft. Maybe soft, medium, soft is the way to go for some people. I think someone went soft, hard, soft. There's a car off. Jay Tyler's out. Oh, he's lost it. It's a safety car. This is going to change the race on its head.
It really is, and that's Liam into the pit, and I think he's going to go on the soft, so I think he's going to be the only driver to capitalise on the safety car. No, he is in Neon. He goes into the pits, even though he's on 2-lap old soft. I'm surprised.
What?
He's going on for a new set of softs, but it must be so unlucky for the top 5 now, because they could not react in time as the safety car came out just as they were crossing the finish line.
Yeah, Jake Harty, the only one that top 6 group that didn't pit, is on the softs, and the question is he going to put on a bunch of new softs? I don't think so, because he won't have to wear out those tyres as much as he normally would under the safety car. Well, under the safety car, you're not going to be using your tyres as much because, of course, you're going to be going at a very relaxed, sedate pace. So it's all to play for now. The top 5, are they going to pit or are they just going to go gambling? With all the drivers...
They must stay out, I think.
The drivers on the softs are going to have an advantage because they're all going to pack up.
And Gippo,
right
he's going into the pits. He's going in for a brand new soft hype. He's also going in for a brand new soft. I think everyone else will follow him in. I don't know. Sticky and Seba, them two, it's looking risky for them, even though it's under safety car conditions. They still might lose some positions. I don't think Gippo will lose any. No, he doesn't. He's gonna be out in first position. And
oh, Carty has pit.
Carty has pitted. Like, look at the gap between him and Liam. It's absolutely enormous. So they won't be losing any time, any positions, I mean. And yeah, so they got very lucky that they managed to build that gap earlier on in the Grand Prix, so that they can go for a safe pit stop here under safety car conditions. But now there's probably going to be, I want to say, 3 or 4 laps remaining after the safety car, and yeah, it's going to be looking very spicy. Gippo, he's looking for back-to-back wins here at the Bahrain International Circuit. VAR hype, he's looking for his first here tonight.
And
Aero F1, after 2 wins back-to-back at the end of last season at Baku and Brazil, he's going to look for another race starting with a B, Bahrain.
And for Gippo, this is very bad for him because he has a penalty, and this will actually hinder him because should anyone finish within that 3-second window, then Gippo will not win this race. So it's all to play for, as we said, as we see a glimpse of the red Mercedes safety car. I'm not sure if they have both that and the Aston Martin green car in, but that would actually be pretty cool. But they're all what's the word? They're all coming together, all the drivers, all lining up behind each other, as is customary under the safety car. Some of the drivers yet to get to the front of the pack, of course.
Yeah, the safety car will be out for one more lap, and one more lap to admire that beautiful Mercedes. I must say, I love the new safety cars they have this season.
I find it funny they used a red one and not like a black or silver one. Like, I mean, I got bored of the silver one.
Out a little.
Yeah, I understand, but it feels like a Ferrari color.
It really does. But I remember seeing that car drift at Bahrain at the start of the season, and it was lovely.
Yeah. So with this safety car, again, it is anyone's race. Everyone who's watching right now, get all your friends, get all your family, get them to watch this right now. This is going to be anyone's race in this final 3 laps. Well, if it is going to come in anyway, the safety car. But yeah, this is all to play for. Do not miss a single minute. or a second of this actually. Don't miss a single millisecond, I should say, of this closing race. The closing stages of this opening race. I do apologise, I've been speaking so much tonight.
Yeah, it's looking very interesting, I must say. Imagine this in real life F1. I think everyone would be absolutely buzzing for this. Right, yeah, it's going to be a great restart. And
Kat, I believe Azerbaijan this year would like a word of you. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sonny to win. People are wanting Sonny to win. He's down in trouble. You never know, with all these guys with penalties, he could get a point. It's not out of the question. And the fastest lap, again, could be anyone's.
Yeah, it really could. I mean, it's going to be most... Well, no, I was about to say it's going to be most likely Luke Flano, but I forgot I had to start the race. And just a quick fact I have for you: the average speed around here is 213.
Safety car in this lap.
Well, safety car is in this lap, so no more fun facts with Carol and more of the racing here. And I wonder, will he go for the new strategy of leaving it very late, or the old one of just going straight away?
We don't know, but we'll have to see. Is he going to try and bluff them out of going? He's going now, and he's got a big lead
for him. Let's see, is there any battling on behind? I don't think there is any. VR Hype, he's looking for a move on Gippo. He's not close enough, so he won't be making the overtake for that first position, but he can always do it here into turn 4. I think he'll yet again be too far away from the Red Bull racing car to get a move on him. And surprisingly, no overtakes yet, but I imagine when DRS activates next lap, there will be a lot of it for sure.
Stiggy trying to get close to his good friend, or should I say foe, Steba, for 4th. Maybe 3rd, because remember, Gippo has a 3-second penalty, and there's a lot of drivers within that window.
Yeah, right now he would drop down all the way to 6th position, as Jake Hartley's 2.8 seconds to Gippo. So yeah, it's looking very interesting. And now Aero, he's 1.2 seconds behind Hype, so the two leaders really just running away with it. And the rest of the midfield will be battling it out for that 3rd position. Well, it will be probably elevated to 2nd after Gippo's penalties. Well, let's see what happens here. Siggy looking very close to the back of Stepa. Will he be able to go for a move on him? I think they're all in a slipstream train right now, which isn't the best for them.
And this is only helping Gippo because the gap is now. Oh no! Gippo's lost it! Gippo is spun off and has lost all potential of getting any points tonight. He's retired from the session. That will be a penalty for retiring on track. Gippo has lost it on turn number 3, and it's the end of any chance of getting any points, because remember, he already had a 3-second penalty. He tried to salvage something in this final part of the race, but it is all gone out the window. Gippo is out of this race in Bahrain. Hype is now going to be unchallenged. He has a 1.2 second lead. All he has to do is keep it clean for this final 1.5 laps, and he will be our first winner of this F10 season. What drama at the end of this race, Kat?
Yeah, it was very dramatic. I saw him from the offboard at least. He took way too much of that curb on at turn 3. He basically jumped over it. And then he tried to get back on the power really early so that Hype can't get ahead of him, and that just cost him completely. And he hit the wall, and he just retired from the session from his own will. But now DRS has been enabled, so on the
final
last lap of the race, Hype going into turn 1, absolutely nobody close to him. 1.3 seconds the gap is, and then Steba behind Aero. He might eye up a move on him, but I think he'll be too far away. Further down the grid though, Headshot is very close to the back of IRL Neon. Will he be close enough for a move though? I think he is. He's gonna go down the inside. No, he isn't. But that's
Oh.
Luke Falano trying to go around the outside, trying to do a Lando Norris from the 2019 Grand Prix. I think it was taking as much of that outside curve as possible to go for an overtake after he overshot a little, but
Oh,
yeah,
gets
he
close to
overshot it too
Lessie.
much.
Got very close to Lessie there. It's a very good battle. This for potentially, well, actually, 3 points, because remember, Neon has a 3-second penalty. So that might drop him out of the points. And that will be the last thing he wants. Sonny might get, what, 9th?
I think that does drop him out the points, and now we see here Hype coming across, coming through the last 2 corners.
So Hype, who started first, he is going to finish first and take the first race of this season. And oh dear, he's he's gonna pay for that. That's one thing for sure. But yeah, it's Hype that wins. Aero second, Steba third. And what a race we have been treated to tonight, Cat. That was mental.
That was a really good Grand Prix, I must say. According to the game, it was twosome with driver of the day. And now we see Hype coming up onto the podium to see him win the Bahrain Grand Prix here in F10 PSGL. And it's 2 Finns on the podium as well.
Yeah, 2 Finns. That's actually pretty good for the Scandinavian country, but wow. Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, we're going to do some interviews, so if you can, get your questions in the chat. We've got a lot already, but we'd love to hear what you want to hear from the drivers in the top 3. What you thought about that race. My goodness, I need to lie down.
Yeah, it was amazing, especially the last few laps. And yeah, especially that DNF from Gippo, I think that was the most exciting. I mean, he technically didn't retire, he's 2 laps down. So yeah, but just to run you through, it was VR Hype winning the Grand Prix from pole position, and he got the fastest lap. Aero in second, Stepa in third, Sticky in fourth, Jake Hardy in fifth, Liam 6th, Twosome 7th, 8th, a headshot, Sonny, Neon, Luke Flano and Georgie, the last finishers. Gippo, J Tyler's, Bidari, Samty, Maciek and Hecht all retiring from the Grand Prix.
Alright, it's time to interview the drivers. I think. Yeah, it's time to interview the drivers. Just to let you know, Aero will not be doing any interviews tonight. But we are going to try and get Hype and Steba into the chat. Oh, and they're all leaving, of course. I'm just going to leave as well. We're going to put it on to... Did they have a showroom here? I think we might not be getting an interview. Let's just check. As everyone's going off to watch. Everyone's going off to watch the F9 race, which is on right now. I'm not even keeping tabs on that, unfortunately. So, we'd just like to say no interviews tonight, but we just want to say what a race that was to open the season. Couldn't be better than that, could it, Kat?
Yeah, it was amazing and definitely a very good first race. Especially for me, as it's my first time commentating and in this league. And yeah, it was really fun to watch, and well, hopefully we see bangers like this for the rest of the season.
Oh, absolutely.
Next week is going to be the French Grand Prix, which on the game, in my opinion, is actually one of the best tracks.
Yeah, people give a bit too much flack about the Paul Ricard circuit, but you know, it has been a test track. It's been used in lots of other series, like I think it was the World Endurance Championship. I might be wrong, but certainly for endurance races, and you know, it's been tested and tried by all the pros. Great track, I have to say. I actually should show it if it lets me. So we're going to go here. We're not going to do a time trial of lap of sorts, but we're just going to show you the track. There it is. Paul Ricard. 15 turns. 3.63 miles. A very demanding track. You've got the first two curves, of course, and then you've got the very slow but very technical Sector 1, and then you've got the Mistral Straight, which is separated in two by the chicane there, and then you've got a fast cops-like right-hander before a very, 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 very long turn after that, and then you've got the technical ender to the sector. It's going to be some race there when we go there this time next week, isn't it, Kat?
Yeah, it's hopefully it's going to be amazing, especially that main DRS straight, and is very demanding on the tyres. 8 laps the softs are supposed to last, so that's barely anything. That's nearly as low as China, and
Yikes.
they don't last very long there either.
Yeah, I'm just checking the calendar right now. So France will be next week. After that, we'll be going to Belgium before heading off to the Netherlands, right next door. And then it'll be Italy on September the 13th, which, funnily enough, I believe is at the same time. Yeah, Belgium, Netherlands, and Italy are on the same days as the actual races. That's actually smart. And then it will be Britain, Austria, China, Japan, which I do believe is also on the same week as the Japanese Grand Prix, Canada, Mexico, the United States, and it all ends with Brazil. And also there is the Race of Champions at the end of the year, which will be contested by drivers from various tiers in the PlayStation division. So a long season coming up from August to November. Of course, it is all started tonight, and we end it on the 7th of November. That's right, 13 consecutive weeks of PSGL F10 action. Please stick around at the same time it always is, 7 o'clock every Sunday. You don't want to miss it. This is going to be one heck of a season. This has been the broadcast of this first round. I'd like to thank you all for watching. We had 50 viewers tonight. That's a lot of viewers. Hopefully we get the same or maybe more. Get your friends to watch this. It's just fantastic action. We're going to be at France next week. Same time, same place, 7 o'clock on the PSGL channel on Sunday. I've been Otaku Logan. He has been Cat Named Minty. I would like to thank you all for watching this, and we hope to see you next week for the second round of this F10 season. But that is it for now. I would like to thank... I just said that already, haven't I? I just thanked them way too much. But yeah, that is the end of the broadcast. Just go and watch the F9 broadcast right now. I do believe they're about to start the race. But for now, here at F10,